Alright, so right now I'm about to do something extremely stupid because apparently on YouTube it's now around like 10:30 on a Monday, and Uncharted 4 is starting to hit the scenes of YouTube. So basically everybody is kind of wrapped up in that. So, and I know one YouTuber I'm watching, Tetra Ninja, he's doing a 2-hour marathon of the beginning of the game, and right now I'm 30 minutes in and I'm taking a quick break. So while I'm taking a break, I'm going to do a bit of this. So this may or may not be a full hour session, but you know, we'll see if things get a bit more exciting, which I think they are, because you know, previously Yukachi was taken hostage by one of the 3 rapists. One was captured, and the one that's still in the coma, he's still basically back in the school, kind of under wraps. He's under control, so he's in a coma, so basically he's bedridden. One guy got recaptured, and now Amako chased one guy into the city to save Yukachi, and hopefully he has a better time of doing it than Kuwagata, who basically got his ass handed to him. So yeah, alright, let us continue our journey into the bowels of hell. I check my pulse, confirm that my mental tension is gone, and step into the entrance. The weapon I choose is an axe from out the... Ooh! Oh, we stepping his game up. Stepping your game up, son. I like that. I like that you're using bladed weapons now. Because I just got finished... So I just finished watching Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans about 2 hours ago. Got done around like 7 o'clock. And holy shit, that anime is super fucking good. It has a slow start, but towards the end of the actual series itself, holy shit. And they got some of the flyest female mecha pilots ever too. Damn. But that Mikatsuki, man, that dude is just straight up badass from A to Z. But that's a story for another time. We're not here to talk about Gundam, we're here to talk about the apocalypse and human drama. The human drama that comes with the human condition. Okay, the weapon I chose is an axe for outdoor use. I feel its violent weight all the way up to my shoulder. I imagine what I'm about to do using this tool, and a dizzy black image tries to stain my calm mind again. I try my hardest to ignore it. I can't be scarred. I tell myself never to hesitate. Look who's bossing who around. The man seems to be ordering Yuka around and making her do the work. His voice indicates that he is mentally and physically tired, and that he is extremely nervous. There's nothing in between us, and we're sharing the same air. I can even hear their breathings. The man is breathing slowly and wildly, while Yuka is breathing quickly. I'm doing my best not to make any sounds, but I'm still breathing hard. If he had the hearing I have, he would have immediately found out about my presence. It's dark inside the house. Light is flowing out of the back room where the man is. It's probably the living room. It's the light from a flashlight. I stop before I get to the room and figure out what's going on in the room from the sounds. Judging from the sounds of the wind blowing in, it seems he put some barrier in front of the window. A fucker's already making death threats, man. This piece of shit needs to go. It seems the man is tying Yuka up with a rope or something. Yuka is quiet. Don't you touch her, you piece of shit! I'll wait for my chance to jump out.
どうしようもねえ。これこうなんだな。や
めてください。
It seems the man touched her body. Son of a bitch.
そう騒がないでくれよ。大きな声出されると悲しいよ。受け入れてくれれば傷つけるつもりはないんだ。逆らうからひどいことをしなくちゃならないんだ。誰だって自分を受け入れてくれる相手を傷つけたりしないよ。
Well, that's not exactly true, but you know that's another thing. But that's not like a relationship thing. But this isn't a relationship. This is a fucking hostage situation. And Amako is the negotiator, and he's about to negotiate with that axe straight to that man's dick. So chop that shit up, man.
それ涙ですか?
What? Not this car?
そりゃ涙だって出るさ。なんだって絶望的だ。俺はどうせ逃げらんない。仲間もいねえしよ。きっとあいつらも今頃なぶり殺しにされてんだろうな。俺もすぐに捕まる。もうおしまいだなあ。だから頼むよ、やらせてくれよ。こっちはもうすぐ死ぬんだ。施しだと思えばこれは善行だよ。おとなしくしてれば乱暴にはしないからさ。いいじゃないか。あんただってセックスくらいするんだろ。落ち着いてんな。諦めたのか?
I'm listening to this piece of shit talk, and that sword death I wished upon him with Tanamura, that would have been too merciful. Amako, hack his body to pieces. No mercy!
どうせあなたは私を殺すんですよね。
さあどうだろう。まあ後で考えるぜ。
Yuka grows quiet. It seems she's prepared herself. Damn! Seriously? Seriously? Fucking. Well, she probably has something in mind. I don't know. I don't know her true war potential yet.
それじゃあせいぜい楽しませてもらうか。
Oh shit. And it was at that moment that dude realized he fucked up. I stepped into the room. And he just went dead silent too. Oh shit. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. It's over! The man who was about to push Yuka down in the center of the room turns around at my footsteps. I take no heed and run over to him, then take the axe I'm carrying and swing it sideways at his neck. He stumbles backwards and cringes. He then raises his arms to cover his head. The blade of the axe digs into his wrist, but the force keeps the axe moving past it. The slashed flesh spurts out blood. Oh, they cut it off, man. Come on. The man lets out a strange scream. The wrist hit by the axe dangles down from his arm by the skin. Blood keeps gushing out from the cuts. I kill my fear and concentrate on the movement. Finish him! The axe is too heavy to handle using my left hand and my right hand. My right hand doesn't have any grip strength. I take care so the handle doesn't slip out of my left hand. Pull back the axe and ready it again. It's alright, my body moves normally. He staggers across the floor as if he's swimming, trying to get away from me. But Yuka's behind him. He trips over her body. Yuka doesn't seem to understand the situation as she looks up at me. I take a step towards the man on the floor. The man is completely frightened and is moving his throat, but no voice comes out. His face is covered in red. My previous attack seems to have missed his neck, but grazed his forehead. I raise the axe again. The man is opening his eyes wide under his blood. Looking at my face, from the corner of my eyes I see Yuka staring at me. I swing the axe down at the man's face. The man may have forgotten how to dodge as he freezes and takes the axe in his face. The blade cuts through his forehead down to his nose. His skull is crushed and his eyes are dangling out from his bent eye sockets. Blood and clear liquid spill out from the cut down to his chest. The man falls on his back. The body convulses on the floor like a fish severed alive. When it stops, he lies dead without any power. I let go of the axe and its weight causes my face to turn sideways. The handle of the axe is growing out of his forehead, making a strange silhouette. His face is completely destroyed except for his mouth, which resembles its original shape. The mouth exhales air. I'm startled, but it's only the air inside his lungs escaping his body. He doesn't move no matter how long I wait. He's dead already. He's completely dead. You know, you're a little bit too merciful there, Marco. I would have, like, you know, just hit him a few more times with the axe. Just kind of make the point. I relax my neck, which was excessively tense, and breathe out. I look at my hands. They're trembling. I shake my hands a few times. They open and close them, but they're still trembling. Well, I know a remedy for that. It's in Shokugeki no Sama. Just kind of clap. Like that. Bam. Nerves go away. But they're still trembling. I give up and look at Yuka. Oh, I'm sorry. Did this blood get on you? She's on the floor with the loose rope still wrapped around her. She's looking up at me, her face enclosed like a cover with the man's blood. I'm sure I look the same. It's like, I like it when the women are covered in blood. Especially from a battlefield. So sexy. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm just fooling around. I take off my glove and look for a handkerchief, but I can't find one. She moans, clutches her chest, and curls up. She uses her other hand to fumble around her body. She takes out a white can from her pocket and tries to take the lid off, but it slips out of her hand and falls to the floor. I pick it up for her. It's covered in blood, so I wipe it off and see the label. I enter the can with the label contains 16.35 milligrams isosorbate mononitrate. She puts it in her mouth and I hear the air being released. She stays still for a while, uses the spray again, but looks up. Oh, it's inhaler. That wasn't an asthma attack. Yeah, sort of, yeah. She smiles, but her face is stiff. I mean, the event's over. Why do you still have the music playing? So what? Are you turned on? Because if you are, oh hell yeah. I warrior princess. Yuka looks in the direction of the corpse, but quickly looks away. I give her a hand to help her get up. She's so frightened that she can't stand up properly. I land on my shoulder as we exit the room. Her clothes are wet with blood, and the blood seeps out when I hold her. I hold the flashlight and we enter another room. It's a Japanese-style room, but the tatami are torn and the lights are destroyed, and it's in a worse state than the living room. But I can't be picky. Is that the roommate coming back? She said she's gonna be gone for like 30 minutes, but nah. I don't think it is. Okay, arrest Yuka in the room, then search through the outer rooms and find some clothes on the towel. I return to the room and take off her dirty clothes. I use the towel to wipe off the blood covering her white body.
こんなことしてもらうなんて。
Well, this is semi-clean, so yeah, I think I can show this. Damn. Let's see. She stares at her bare breasts and speaks apologetically. This is my doing, so this is the least I could do. It was too terrible, now that I think about it calmly. I should have been able to do better, even taking into account the fact that I have no experience in fighting and didn't know how hard I should go. And even if my only option was to kill him, I didn't need to be that brutal. I'm glad that I saved Yuka as a result, but I think I showed her something I didn't need to. People aren't like people aren't like me. Extremely bloodthirsty. Or like Mikasuki. He's like, I live for battle. I exist only for battle. But not to the extent of the other character, I, who was completely taken over by the spirit of vengeance. And every thought that he had ever since his commander died was like, I need to avenge you. I want to avenge you. And then the last episode where he and Mikasuki fight, and it's like, yeah. He's like, let it say. So he's like, I want to let my hatred flow into all my attacks, and I will overpower you, Mikasuki. Oh, sorry. I still got some like Gundam hype going on, so yeah. It's like, so damn, that was a really good fight though. All right. After I wipe her down, she insisted that she's going to wipe me down. What? Wipe me down now? Okay. I take off my clothes. I'm not as dirty as her, but it seems my face and neck were worse than I thought. As the towel quickly turns red.
よく僕の顔を見ていられましたね。気持ち悪かったでしょう。
Oh, come on. You're showing her, but you won't show him.
そんなことありませんよ。
Yuka sounds angry as she keeps wiping. There are goosebumps on her skin. For some reason, I reach out and touch her skin. Her heart is beating inside her chest.
生きてますね。
I speak out.
そうですよ。甘子さんのおかげです。
Yuka smiles back. On the other hand, the man's heart has stopped, and his body must be cold by now. I can't settle down. But my hands have stopped shaking. My body has calmed down. This is all there is to killing someone. It was too easy. It was, but...
どうも、なんだか。
何ですか？
いや。
どうかしました？
I hesitate to say. Yuka stares into my eyes.
すみません。何でもないです。
This is like post-murder. Well, self-defense is not murder, and this guy had it coming for a while.
言ってください。
今はいいです。
何でも言ってほしいです。
でも、今口を開くと変なことを言ってしまいそうで。
I feel strange, with my mind cold. It feels as if wind is blowing through my chest, or I'm staring at a desolate ruins. Oh,
何ですか？
どうも、変な言葉になったらすみません。
Yeah, kind of like now, dude. You're kind of ruining the moment, man. Come on. I say this, then search for the right words.
あそこで死んだのが僕だったみたいな。僕が死んでるみたいな。どうもそんな気がして。でも殺したのも僕だし。なんだろうこれ。僕の言ってることわかりますか？
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is your first time actually killing someone. So, yeah, it's like everybody goes through this, man. It's like you kill someone for the first time, you're like, you feel all weird about it, but, you know, after a while, if you do it for so long, you kind of get used to it. And it doesn't really bother you anymore. You know, if you're still in that zone where it's like you have to like kill on a day-to-day basis, kind of like in a war. It's like, yeah, they kill a lot of people on a day-to-day basis. So it's like, yeah, it doesn't really affect them until they get back home into a state of normality. And it's like that's their basically in a war zone. It's kind of like their normal, like their new normal, which you consider like their ultimate state of normality for like X amount of years. And then when they come back to their homeland, say like America or Russia, basically that's where PTSD sets in, because basically they're not in their what they consider their state of normality. They're kind of in a new state of normality and have to like adjust to it, and sometimes the adjustment can't like, you know, connect in the right way. So that's why they're like, well, that's why kind of people can't keep re-enlisting back in the army, like into like the military, so they can go back into war zones, because you know it's normal for them. So yeah, I get it, but he doesn't. She doesn't get it either. She's like, well, because she doesn't have that mindset yet. They don't have that mindset yet, where it's like, yeah, just killing is like is a fact of life, just like in The Walking Dead. Killing on a day-to-day basis is a fact of life.
確かにそんなはずはないんですよね。やっぱりなんだか変なこと言ってますね。ダメだな。
How the fuck he gonna?
死体を確認してきます。
Why are you gonna go check the corpse one more time? It's done. He's dead. Unless you want to go reclaim the weapon. You know, that would be kind of cool too. But you know, but yeah, he's dead. He did. Can't come back as a zombie either because you hit him in the head. Did you grasp my leg when I stand up? I'm going to get the axe, woman.
でも見ればはっきりしますよ。そうすればきっと収まるんだ。
That's all it takes to calm me down. Staring at dead bodies. Dude, you were super morbid right now.
なんでですか？まさか本当にあそこの死体は。
違いますよ。大丈夫です。あれは尼子さんじゃなかったですよ。
じゃあ
なんだか見たらいけないような気がするんです。今の尼子さんが見たらそれはいけないと思うんです。大丈夫です。あなたはここに生きてますから。だから休みましょうよ。私と一緒にここで休みましょう。
You know, deep down inside, I think you are a bit turned on by me killing that dude. She's like, it was so animalistic. And she's in a state of undress right now, so, But then again, doing it right beside a dead body is kind of a rude gesture towards said dead body. Unless you're in a right to hell retribution. 1%. Then it's okay. Because you're fully clothed and you're fucking each other.
いや、やはり行ってきます。すぐ戻ってきます。変な妄想は早めに潰しておかないと。
Alright, be an idiot, Mako. I try to shake her off, but Yuka frowns a bit and pulls me towards her. Her hands are warm.
お願いします。私を一人にしないでください。
The fire is crackling. Redux. I can do nothing but sit back down if she says so. I get nervous even when I'm sitting down. I feel uneasy. Yuka sees me. The real me. The true me. The killer. I am becoming. The monster. I am becoming one of them.
尼子さん。
はい。
私、尼子さんのことすごく好きです。
Okay.
そうですか。
I need my axe. The fire is crackling. Silence follows. Yuka leans against me. Her nipples have hardened from the cold. I watch her to see what she's going to do next.
あんまり考えない方がいいですよ。
Iko wraps her arms around my neck. Her body is pressed into mine before I can do anything, and her soft breasts are squashed against my chest. I'm surprised at the sudden event. She's quietly staring at me. It looks like she's slightly smiling. Don't think, feel. Dragon Ball. She says it one more time, then kisses me. The kiss tastes like blood. I haven't heard this in a while. We wait until daybreak before we go outside. I secretly went and checked out the course before we left, and indeed it was not me. I don't understand why I thought it was me yesterday. On our way back to school, we meet the people from the administrative department who were looking for us. It seems they've been searching since last night, and they sigh in relief and disappointment when I tell them that it's all over. Why are they fucking disappointed? They knew this shit was gonna happen. We reach the school and all of the administrative department has gathered. Everyone greets us warmly. There's some tension. Something must have happened here too. Out of the 30 prisoners, one has died, and there are 2 wounded ones left. In my mind, it's on my mind, so I ask them what they're going to do about them. They tell me that they've decided not to treat them anymore. In other words, they're going to leave them to die. Just put a bullet in their heads, man, come on. The ones with the wounded stomach dies the next day, and the one with the wounded arm dies 2 days later. They're like, fuck it, let God let God sort it out. It's kind of a bitch move by the group there. They were both sleeping quietly because of the medicine, and they passed away with only the guards watching them. Thus, all 3 prisoners died. What about Kuwagata? They're like, fuck that guy. They're like, fuck Kuwagata. He's like, yeah, we don't care if he lives or dies. The hell is this? Why is the music so eventful? January is ending. The sky is dark and gray, and the snow keeps falling. The temperature drops every day, and a thick ice sheet forms on the surface of the pond. Whoa, so epic. Normal days have returned to the shelter, at least on the surface, but I'm sure it's only on the outside. People's expressions are more gloomy than before. I hear angry voices and crying every day from somewhere. Someone committed suicide the other day. Was it that girl? It's not funny, but damn it. It was probably her. This is the first occurrence since an old man rode a well and killed himself right after the disaster because he thought he would hold everyone back. This time it was a young woman. Young woman! Yes. Is it the person I'm thinking about right now? She lost her family and took refuge here by herself. She lost one of her legs in the earthquake. A guard on the early morning patrol found her hanging by her neck on a tree beside the gym. The corpse was frozen, and her fingers were straight even when they laid her down on the ground. When she was alive, she always looked as if she was crying, but she had a peaceful expression on her when she died. Yuka had been friends with her, so she spent all day in depression. Kawazi-san got angry. She yelled every chance she had. Our meals mostly consist of preserved food now. We don't see any vegetables or fresh fish in the meals now. We only have frozen meat or packaged foods that are strongly flavored. The kids seem happy about it, but the older people often leave food behind. Sorry, why don't you just... Well, they can't really migrate to another area because there's too many of them. I think it's time to leave this group because I think they're kind of done for. It's time to move on, do some other shit. Kuwagata-san healed within a few days. The bandage around his head looks painful, but he's lively and working vigorously every day. It's strange how he's more energetic now than before he was injured. He alone is showing great vigor, while the rest of the administrative department is gloomy. It seems he's close with the rape victim, Koike Nozomi. She's using a whole room in the school building by herself and living there. Maybe because of the incident, but I hear that she's scared of others, and that she's only opening her heart to Kawagata-san. The most important thing she told Kawagata-san was the information about the other group she had been living with until she was captured. We found out that there are other places where people are living. The report delighted Hida-san, but it seemed Koike... Oh. God damn, her name was hard to say. Koike Nozomi does not have a good impression of the place, and she doesn't want to talk about any more about it, even to Kawagata-san. We can't force it out of her considering what she's been through, so all we can do is wait for her to tell us out of our own free will. The shelter has been isolated ever since the disaster, and we have been unable to contact the outside world. Most of the notable institutions near us have been destroyed, so there aren't many places where people can gather. But we haven't searched through all of them, so there are places we haven't looked yet. We can't rely on help from public institutions now, so the earthquake victims must help each other and survive. Dark clouds are looming over the shelter. To resolve this issue as much as we can, we need a larger and a stronger autonomous control. If there is another group, just as Koike says, we can collaborate and share information to improve our life here. That's why the fact that there's another place where people have gathered is good news for everyone. Everyone thinks that the new encounter will bring about some hope. But there's a more realistic problem at hand. Even though there hasn't been anything as extreme as murder, there are now many fights and thefts occurring between the people living at the shelter and those from outside. It seems people are less tolerant now. Well, Kawagata said that was going to happen eventually, so yeah. Oh man. Okay, so damn it, I'm gonna take a break because goddamn, all this reading is like just kind of semi-exhausting. So yeah, I'm not gonna go too heavy on it today, but you know, I may pick it back up later on. So who knows? Who knows? All right, so I'm gonna save this quickly.